Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Scavenger. Welcome to another video. We're playing Chasing Sunsets today, and just like my last video where I had a lot of voiceover work and everything, this one's the same thing. I'm trying it out again, and again, it took a few days to get it all done, several hours. So, I appreciate any input, any comments that you have on it, whether you like them this way or not. Other than that, if you want to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing, liking the video, again, leaving comments, and checking out the Patreon page, which is on my link tree in the description. You can go there and show your support that way as well. I'm going to shut up now, and hopefully you like this. This is episode 42 of my playthrough of Chasing Sunsets.
Adaloo Beach Boardwalk, Honolulu Harbor. Finally, morning. While shopping really isn't your thing, you can't deny it feels good to be outdoors again.
If I remember correctly, the Gadget shop is just up here on the right.
You should make the Globe pay for your new phone since it was lost on assignment.
Probably at the bottom of the harbor now.
You instinctively put a reassuring arm around Mallory as she shudders at the memory. But your gesture doesn't go unnoticed as you sense Jay fidget a little in your peripheral vision.
It still had a mini RCA jack and played the sad trombone sound whenever you tried to update.
But I loved that phone.
Now you can upgrade to the latest tech. You should definitely go with the AI Botnet Pro.
Entering the pleasantly empty electronics shop, Mallory and Amanda continue their debate.
You sure you're up for this?
Yeah, 3 days in hospital had me climbing the walls.
Well, if you start feeling woozy, we'll call a rideshare and get you back to Bianca's. Alex?
Holy shit, Snacks. Call us Shooty in VR.
What?
Hold that thought. Oh.
From across the room, Mallory tries to get your attention.
Should I get the AI Botnet Pro or the Paraphone 15, Alex?
Jay just looks at her helplessly as you ignore them both.
All right, let's see what all the hype is about.
Grasping the headset carefully, you slip it on.
Oh. Wow.
Is it really that cool? Shit, now I'm curious.
Oh, yes.
You think that'll make much of a difference in FPS?
For sure. But whatever the hell this is blows Shooty away.
Wait, did Alex Campbell just unironically admit there's something better than Shooty?
Oh, it'd be raining hot anime girls.
Okay, you've had it long enough. My turn, game hog.
Chill. Just give me another minute.
You've had several minutes. Oh my god, you still don't know how to share, do you?
You snicker wickedly.
Fuck around and find out.
Oh, you little shit. I know exactly where your twat-thirsty little mind just went. Now get me.
No.
Frustrated, G gives you a playful show. With your senses anchored in the virtual world, it feels as if you'd been pushed off a cliff.
Ah, fuck. That. Well, that was fucked up.
But you were hogging the thingy.
Fine. You gotta check this out.
Donning the headset, Jay nearly immediately begins giggling like a schoolgirl.
Okay, you're right. This is straight up amazing.
Told you.
Jay waves at the wall and grins.
Oh, she waved back.
Taking off the headset, Jay stares at you excitedly.
Shit like this is why cam girls exist. Now it all makes sense.
But you can't help but chuckle at Jay's earnestness as Mallory and Amanda rejoin you.
So, I went with the Paraphone 15. Thanks for the assist on that, by the way.
Very cool. Thanks to Jay, I should head back to the house to change my gauze. And my underwear. Second wind. Who wants tacos?
Nesbitt residence. Tiki Howie Beach the next morning.
I kept expecting to get interviewed by the police, but my only visitor was that consulate toad.
If he was acting shifty, you should probably let George and Mason know.
Yeah, let me think about that a bit longer. Something seemed off about him.
You've been all over the news, Alex.
I guess it would be big news in such a small country.
No, I mean back in the States, too.
Well, you should be resting anyway. There were conditions to your release.
Which you can safely ignore, provided you don't engage in rough sex or spar with Chef Tanaka.
Enid?
And his recovery after surgery protocol prescribes discussing trauma with friends.
By the way, I think Christian used his license plate number as a cipher for that thumb drive.
Really?
Yeah, it was LMESMSH. Asshole actually kept his word and texted it.
Enid, why don't you head up and start digging into it then?
But
I'll come up and work on it with you in a few minutes.
Shooting her a pointed glare, Amanda heads upstairs.
Bianca, would you mind giving us a moment?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just going to...
The sound of the door chime interrupts whatever she is going to say next.
Someone's at the door anyhow.
As Bianca hurries to the door, Jay and Mallory gaze at you pointedly.
Picking up where we left off, you know he almost got yourself killed, right?
We thought we lost you, and I can't even process what that would have meant to us.
If you'd ever do something like that again, I'll...
How was I supposed to go on knowing that you got yourself killed from me?
Before you can think of a response, both girls hug you as tightly as they dare with your wound.
Not cool.
It was kind of cool.
Okay, it might have been a little badass.
Oh my god, you could have drowned an otter in my yoga pants.
Jesus, stop. Now he's going to be impossible to live with. And also, ew.
Wait, what's going on with Bianca? That doesn't sound good.
The three of you approach the front door, where a visibly uncomfortable Bianca tosses with a visitor.
I don't know, Gary.
What are we supposed to do? Rachel was looking forward to touring the island on motorcycle.
One of the bikes needs servicing, and you know how hard it is to get that done on the island.
Still as clueless as you are useless. Add another footnote to the epilogue of our hellish marriage.
As Bianca winces under the abuse, you hear Mallory hiss and Jay stiffens next to you.
Luckily, the judge awarded you the house. Now you have a place to keep all of your cats. I'll just build a better one. Life just keeps throwing up great opportunities at me.
Oh no, he didn't. Wreck his asshole, Alex. Burn his whole fucking world down.
Getting into another brawl right now would be bad, okay? And it's Uncle Gary.
You goddamn Alex Campbell. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Fuck me. He's just gonna remember me as a kid. Wait a minute. That's it. All right, hold my beer.
I swear to God, I just spontaneously ovulated.
Approaching the altercation, you consider the serving temperature of the impending roast.
Holy shit, when were you planning on telling me?
Still spinning from her ex-husband's ambush, Bianca can only gape at you blankly.
Huh?
The pregnancy test you left by the sink. I'm gonna be a dad.
Before she can rule in the narrative, you press her against the wall and kiss her. She stiffens at first, but then relaxes, returning the kiss with increasing confidence. As you pull away, she can only stare back at you in wordless shock.
Fuck, just thinking about you with that baby bump is getting me all worked up.
Suddenly, the light goes on, and a grateful smile replaces Bianca's confused expression.
I was going to tell you over dinner, but I guess the cat's out of the bag now.
Oh, hi, Uncle Gary. What are you doing here? It's been a minute.
Uncle Gary, who the fuck are you?
Ouch, really? My sister and I practically lived in your swimming pool when we were kids.
Suddenly, realization dawns, and a look of horror spreads across the older man's face.
Alex? You and Aunt Bianca?
Well, just Bianca now. I don't really care to call her aunt anymore, on account of, well, all the sex. I never thought I had a shot at her, but I guess good things really do come to those who wait.
And sometimes it comes 5 or 6 times.
You turn your attention to the mousy girl by Gary's side who appears ready to die from cringe.
Oh, is this bring your barista to work day?
This is my girlfriend, Rachel.
Wow, poaching ass at the middle school, rocking that midlife crisis twat knot was a ballsy flex.
You put your arm around Bianca with just the right amount of Chad tier possessiveness. The older man glares at his ex-wife menacingly and practically hisses.
But you're infertile. Jesus, was the ink even dry on her divorce before you replaced me?
Fully back in command of her emotions, Bianca pulls off a sincere chuckle.
It turns out you just had lazy swimmers. Go figure. And Gary, I replaced you with a dildo a week after Chris Evans doxed his own dick in 2020.
The skeptical look on the younger girl's face doesn't go unnoticed by you.
Your mother and father would be very disappointed if they hadn't lived to see this, Alex.
That just goes to show how little you really knew of them, Gary. Which reminds me, you're fired.
What?
How else can I say it? You're being let go, your department is being downsized. You're part of an outplacement, we're going in a different direction. We're not picking up your option. Take your pick, I got more.
And he would do that?
You just did.
You'll beg me to come back inside a week. I'm the only industrial contractor in this backwater.
Given how long it took Bianca to put you in the rearview, I like our odds. Now, is this men trespassing, sweetie?
Definitely.
Do we need to get the police involved, Gary?
We were just leaving. Let's get out of here, Rachel. Rachel?
Rachel's quiet disappearance during Gary's sandblasting comes as a surprise only to him.
Ouch, Uncle Gary. I didn't even think it was possible to lose a level 1 pet.
As the door shuts, a visibly stunned Bianca stares at you incredulously.
In 17 years, I've never once seen that man put in his place like that. That was amazing, Alex.
Before you can say anything, she gives you a fierce hug.
Damn it, we couldn't see much from back here, but at least the acoustics were on point.
Wait, I got a doorbell cam. Let's go watch it in 4K HDR.
Oh, hell yes. You coming, Jay?
I'm meeting George at the annex, but first I need a minute with this one. About the thing.
Uh-oh. What thing?
Just shut up and walk with me.
Ikihaui Beach, 3 minutes later. You feel immediately invigorated stepping outside of the house and onto the sand. For her part, Jay seems lost in thought as she trudges along contemplatively beside you.
So, what's on your mind, sis?
You mean besides how close I came to having all of this in my lap?
You really are mad at me, aren't you?
You still don't get it.
Never been much of a mind reader, Jay.
Jay suddenly stops and looks at you earnestly.
You know how your whole life is supposed to flash before your eyes before you die?
I've heard that before, but I mostly just saw what I had to lose in the present.
Whoever wrote that must have watched someone they love die. We've left too many things unsaid for it to have just ended right there.
Jay,
Let me have this. You need to know that a part of me would have died with you.
The intensity of her gaze stops a joke he had lined up, cold.
I understand, and I'll try my absolute best to make sure I never put you through that.
You better, because now and Trevor, you are the only one that I want to spend my life with.
Wow. Even though we don't know for...
I do know. My DNA results came back while you were in the hospital.
Oh? I see. So should I brace for tackle happy Jay, throat punchy Jay, or sad yet adorable Jay?
I guess it all depends on whether knowing the truth changes anything for you.
I'm not sure I follow.
Jay begins walking down the beach again, and you continue by her side.
Because you can't gain one thing without losing the other.
Okay.
Oh, it's that easy, huh? You're just gonna let me off with a half-assed deflection?
Tempting, but it's our truth, not just yours.
Jay looks at you thoughtfully.
You know, your turn away has really changed you, Alex.
If you ask me, I've changed a lot more since I came back.
The results were negative. I'm not your half-sister.
Huh. And how do you feel about that?
I don't know, a little surprised, maybe? I'm so convinced I already knew.
Meaning you wanted it to be true?
It's complicated. It's more like it felt true. And strangely enough, it still does. But I suppose this takes a lot of the scandal out of our sordid little history. Not to mention a future I'd never dared to hope for.
She pauses while searching your face for any clues as to your own reaction.
Oh, come on, Jay. Are you really still hung up on the outcome of a test?
No, any excuses I might have made to turn my back on this died in the back of that ambulance.
You know there's going to be major fallout. Can you see George just rolling with this?
About that. Alex, we're being groomed specifically to carry forward Mom and Dad's legacy. You ever wondered that we'll lose ourselves in that instead of chasing our own?
To be honest, I'm really only doing this to honor them. Right now, that's our duty. Not just to Mom and Dad's legacy, but to all of the people who counted on them.
Then you feel exactly the same way I do. But I'm still torn. Because I want to be your partner in every way. To raise both Hell and children with you.
You had me at raising hell. But I also have an idea on how we can maybe still have all the things.
All the things? What sorcery is this?
I was thinking that after we inherit the company, what if we went public with it?
What would going public accomplish?
We'd split a fat chunk of the IPO stock, cash some out, and then unleash Lisa to run the show.
What if Lisa starts doing things Mom and Dad wouldn't have approved of?
As board members with the controlling interest, you and I would just have to stay on the same page.
Just like that, huh?
I don't see a downside. You and I have gotten pretty good at compromising with each other.
I spent years working on my body, mostly for myself, but also to catch someone's eye. Wouldn't it be poetic if this was my chance to start using it against you to get my way?
Don't threaten me with a good time. Speaking of which, have you thought about hiring Tara?
I'm concerned that thinking about my body and good times makes you remember Tara. You know, you're this close to always saying it clothed until Christmas.
Do you really want to play that game? All right then.
Doing the best to hide the pain of flexing your abdominal wall, you pull off your shirt.
Whew, I was getting hot. That's a lot better.
And there's the reverse card. Category 5 splish. Did talk. I need to run. George is waiting for me at the annex.
Nesbitt residence, early afternoon. Having some free time after a quick lunch, you succumb to the call of the game console.
Hold up, where do you think you're going?
Call of Duty?
Didn't we discuss massages as terms of your lodging?
Well, with the injury and all, I probably shouldn't be flexing too much.
Who said you'd be the one flexing?
Wait, you want to massage me?
Like a pack of hyenas on a three-legged cat.
Like a pack of what now?
Either come get that massage or watch the Cats and Marvel director's cut with me. You're tall.
What kind of fucked up choice is that?
Several minutes later.
I wasn't going to work out today, so I'm going commando here.
Oh, don't you worry. A towel will work just fine.
Bianca gestures to the table, and you realize that you've never actually received a massage before.
Grab the towel and lie face down. Let me know if I poke or prod anything that smarts.
My abdomen near the wound is sore, but everything else is fine.
Music to my ears. Now, let's see if I still got it.
Bianca dispenses some sandalwood-scented massage oil and rubs her palms together to warm it. As she begins her routine, you can feel Bianca's hands are both deft and surprisingly strong. Starting at your feet, she digs into the soles before gradually moving up to your ankles.
You know, I used to know on kids. I couldn't understand how Sarah did it.
Bianca's hands move up to your thighs, kneading your tense muscles expertly.
but seeing how you and Jay turned out has really got me rethinking my life choices.
If she were here, she'd be the first to tell you parenting wasn't always a picnic.
Oh, I know it.
Bianca's hands mercifully spare your glutes for the moment and begin working your lower back.
Oh man, I've been missing out.
Missing out? Wait, how do you learn how to massage without knowing what a good one feels like?
For me, it was always just studying the technique and watching body language.
Well, you did pretty damn good for a guy winging it off of an internet video.
It's an app actually, but I'm getting ideas here on things I could be doing better.
Magic words that literally every woman wants to hear.
Bianca's hands officially work out the kinks and tension in your shoulders and neck.
We're still talking about massage, right?
I like to think of the concept as universally applicable.
Gotcha.
The trick is to focus on the details. Everyone responds to the right kind of touch.
Bianca tone suddenly oozes sultry potential.
Like when a stylist trims your neckline at the salon and you get goosebumps.
Fuck yes. Note to self. Hire a hot hairstylist to trim my neckline every day.
But it's massages, not haircuts, that are famous for their happy endings.
Bianca extends your arm and grips your hand between her thighs while her hands work your biceps.
With the right kind of stimulation, a good masseuse can even make your hands tingle.
Moist heat telegraphs that your fingers are only separated from Bianca's by a scant layer of fabric.
She's about to flip me over, and my hand isn't the only thing tingling. Think her thoughts.
At last, she releases your hand and moves to the head of the table to begin massaging your temples.
How you feeling?
Like I must be in heaven.
No, but we're only halfway there. Flip over.
As you gingerly switch positions, Bianca's gaze travels up to your body to the obvious.
Lord help me. Just relax and let me take care of you. It just sounded like Thirsty Bianca again, didn't I?
It's fine. I won't lie. Thirsty Bianca's fun in moderation.
Her hands begin working your shoulders, and her gaze becomes slightly unfocused.
Yeah, in moderation.
Moving to your chest, a fingertip traces the edge of your pectoral wistfully.
Has anyone ever told you your body's almost too perfect?
Not that I can think of, but it's totally untrue. For instance, whenever I try to grow out any body or facial hair, it just comes in patchy.
So that's why you don't have any.
Well, I don't have any what?
Never mind.
You notice a distinct flutter in her touch as her fingers move to your abdominals.
It's intimidating almost, like I'm touching your Greek statue.
You won't be able to keep saying that for long if I keep eating the way I have on the island.
Bianca chuckles at that and points to her ample curves.
Welcome to my hell.
Oh, shut up. Any weight you've gained only went to all the right places.
Suddenly, Bianca stops and looks at you accusingly.
Stop that.
Stop what?
Stop always saying exactly what I need to hear. It's borderline unnatural. And it just makes knowing that you're leaving this week that much harder.
You're upset that I'm leaving?
Well, not just you. I've really gotten used to having all of you around. And come the weekend, it's just going to be little old me trapped in my gilded cage again.
I guess I hadn't thought of it that way.
No reason you would have. I didn't even realize it myself until this morning.
Our hands return to work, but now the mood is different.
So what did you do before you moved out here with Gary?
Oh, this and that. I was a program manager at a big tech company.
You know, maybe it's time you come home and pick up where you left off.
To Texas?
Sure, if you want. Or how about Boston?
Huh? But I don't know anyone in Boston.
You do now. And you're on the hook to watch another movie with me.
Uncertain if you're having a laugh at her expense, Bianca stares at you warily.
You're not seriously asking me to up and move to Boston so we can nerd out and watch movies.
No, I'm asking a program manager who has great taste in movies if she'd like a job. A job that would coincidentally allow us to nerd out and watch them sometimes. No pressure. I'm not running anything yet, but I think Lisa would make it happen if I asked.
Almost in a daze, Bianca resumes massaging your thighs.
You know, something's been nagging at me since you annihilated Gary's entire soul.
Bianca's eyes move once again to the bulge underneath your towel.
What's that?
How to find a way to show you how much I appreciated you standing up for me. I have ideas, but I imagine you've got a sweetheart already. And cheating's a non-starter for me.
I do, but it's complicated.
Well, complicated in that, she's one lucky lady.
No, I don't know about that.
I do. And I'll think about your offer, Alex. It's really got my wheels turning. I thank you again, but at a certain point, thanks just don't cut it anymore.
Nesbitt residence, late afternoon. Returning to your room to get ready, you find you have a visitor.
Mal, George and Lisa are expecting me for dinner tonight. I'm just here to change clothes.
Don't worry, I won't keep you long. I didn't want to leave without saying goodbye.
Oh, it's another working dinner. I'll be back in a few hours.
No, what I mean is, I've been recalled by my editor, Alex. When my investigation project suddenly became international breaking news.
Oh, yeah. I can see how that might raise eyebrows. So, you're flying out tonight?
Huh. I'm afraid so, but it's really only 2 days early. I'll call you in Boston.
It just feels really sudden. I hope you're not in any trouble.
Look at the silver lining. I would have had to leave 2 days ago if my phone hadn't gotten jacked. Don't worry about me. Galade's a pussycat. And I've got enough material to make you a celebrity.
So, do I still get to read and sign off on your article first?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Journalist, remember?
Ouch, baby. Very ouch. Anything in my power to give is yours. You gave me a future, and that includes my best friend. Speaking of which, do you think you can babysit Amanda for a day or two on your own?
I mean, probably. I'm not sure I understand what's going on there.
Don't be overprotective. And no matter how awkward she can be, Peanut thinks the world of you.
Anything specific to watch out for?
Chronic masturbation, peeping, inappropriate use of inanimate objects? You got this. You know, having a brush with death has a way of putting things into focus.
It really does.
I'm glad I met you, Alex. Though I don't know if I'll ever stop wishing things could be different.
I'm sorry.
I think a lot about our first 2 days together and how we clicked at the lodge.
They definitely made an impression.
Mallory's expression turns thoughtful, with a hint of playfulness.
When you get home, I'll have a surprise waiting for you.
I'll look forward to it. Though, you've already given me plenty of surprises.
You mean me being the whole silly putty copy of your mom thing?
Hey, I have lots of great memories with Silly Putty.
Mallory can't quite hide a tinge of sadness in her smile. She kisses you impulsively on the cheek.
See you in a few days, Alex.
Victory Park, Honolulu Harbor, evening.
Huh? Jay must be done for the day. Shit. 5 past. Better get moving.
Does Samuel, that's right, anime. Yes, I do. Hentai too. I have an idea. Get naked. What did you say? If it works, it works. On my wiener. No, you did though. You did though. Remember? Scav, what do you have me making, man? Oh, Scav.